Hoosier maritime ingenuity hitting the water. That's Corn Island Shipyard on the Ohio River in southern Indiana, Spencer County. A company that has become a leading builder of barges and specialized marine structures. There's a national move gaining momentum to bring shipbuilding back to America and the Hoosier state as well. Indiana Senator Todd Young joins us now on legislation he's co-sponsoring to put the Made in America label back on ships. And Senator Young, as always, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Gary.
Okay, the Trump administration, among others, very supportive of bringing manufacturing back, but in particular shipbuilding back to the U.S. Why is that important, and how much has the United States gone away from shipbuilding?
Well, President Trump understands what I think it's important for Hoosiers and all Americans to understand, which is our shipbuilding situation in this country is acute. We don't have enough trained labor. We don't have enough shipyard space and capacity to repair and build new ships, and that has obvious national security implications. When you think about China, China has they have 5,500 ocean-going vessels, so we depend on them to participate in the global economy. We have 80, most of which is used to carry around government sort of equipment, not for the private sector. And in a time of conflict, we wouldn't have sufficient capacity if we had a conflict that lasted more than a couple of months to move all our materiel and our personnel into theater or to repair the vessels and build new vessels if necessary. So President Trump, myself, a bipartisan group in Congress aim to remedy that with some legislation we call the Ships for America Act. Yeah,
we'll talk about that in a minute, but you mentioned the risk to national security, supply chain issues as well. As you look at the potential for Indiana, shipbuilding heritage for many decades ago, what could the potential be for Indiana?
Well, there's a lot of upside potential, and I think Hoosiers will respond to it. We are a leading steel producing state. We know that. We're a major auto manufacturer with a supply chain that can build auto components. We think they could pivot to marine components. And when you think about engines, very large and sophisticated engines are needed for these ocean-going vessels. You could imagine Cummins, for example. I was down at their Seymour plant not long ago, and they make these very engines there. So a lot of work for Indiana workers if we get this thing passed.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about the Ships for America Act, which you'd like to see passed. What are the chances?
Well, I think they're very good. We've been smart about how we crafted this legislation, knowing that we're fiscally constrained right now, even for essential investments. But some targeted tax provisions, we're going to capture existing streams of revenue and dedicate them to this project through a maritime trust fund that we would establish. And then some workforce training programs so that people can be trained to build these ships through good paying jobs or to man these vessels. So the President has been vocal about his support for this initiative. We're working with the Department of the Navy and their secretary. And again, this is a bipartisan initiative in part because people understand that this is about the China competition. We need to have shipbuilding capacity to hopefully deter a conflict, which is our objective.
Yeah, I know we're out of time, but you were in Philadelphia this week, the Philly shipyard, South Korean shipbuilder investing $5 billion there. So a lot's happening already, and I know we'll want to have you
Lots
back
of foreign capital we're bringing in. Thank you.
Senator Todd Young, thanks very much.
Thank you.
All right.